For us, it's really, really big emphasis on recovery. So that's eating the right foods. That's trying to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night. We're big cold plungers, huge on the sauna, active recovery in the forms of pickleball,
Yeah.
just hitting the beach, volleyball, whatever it may be. But then there are stark differences in how we have to approach our training for our respected sports.
That's one of the things I'm trying to get better at is the active recovery and just like actually having a work component to recovering. Like I do sauna, I do ice bath, but there's so much more that can, like, just going and getting sunlight and chilling out is actually a positive for your health when you're
100%.
doing all the other right things.
Yeah,
For sure.
I just think and I learned it from Matt Frazier. I mean, absolute legend in the CrossFit world, but like his form of recovery was getting into zone 2, being on the bike for an hour and 90 minutes, just flushing lactic acid out, just getting in that zone 2, steady state cardio where you're not taxing your central nervous system. You're just allowing your body to flush out, get more blood flow, get more oxygen to your muscles and red blood cells. And so that's something I really took away. So before, my recovery sessions would be like, I'm going to get on the foam roller, I'm going to do some passive stretching. And then I started to tweak it to, no, I'm going to get on the bike. I'm actually going to get my heart rate up a little. I'm going to get a sweat. I'm going to try to flush out some of that lactic acid and that soreness that I've accumulated from a game. And the more I start moving, and it's not like high demand movements or it's not taxing my body, I've started to notice huge improvements in my recovery just from being more active. And it can literally be as simple as getting up in the morning, going a walk and getting some direct sunlight in your light, or walking in the evening and starting to, unwind the day. So just getting some movement in, I think, is super beneficial.
For sure.
I feel like a lot of people, this is something that I've talked to a lot of my friends about, but Ned and I were just talking about it. But it's like, what's the minimum you should be doing or could be doing each day? Like minimum viable dose to set yourself up for success.
Yep.
And for me, it's been like 10 to 15 minutes of actually like pretty light conditioning. And on the days where I have it, I'll maybe spend the last 5 minutes just emptying the tank a little
going
bit.
all out.
But like if that's my everyday, I was just doing like some simple math. I'm like, all right, that'll be like an extra 2 days worth of calories. Like I don't really track calories, but I'm like from an output perspective, that'll keep me feeling fresh. And then every day I'm getting like 10 to 15 minutes of something that's light, not demanding on the body, but still getting like the lactic acid out, even from a mental standpoint, just like clearing out some of those thoughts. So I do feel like, mixing in or just like having that as a staple, honestly, is such a key component to being able to perform in anything. Like for me right now, it's like perform in business, but for you guys, it's you guys actually are taking care of your body so you can not get injured and actually be elite.
100%. I think the biggest thing is, number one, just listening to your body. But number two, I think a lot of people will go to the gym or they'll go through a training session and they'll try to push themselves to the absolute max every single day because they think if they're not gassed or if they're not on their hands and knees after a workout, then that workout doesn't matter. It wasn't good enough. But if you do that a couple days in a row, the following 3 or 4 days, your body's so taxed, your central nervous system is on overdrive. You're not going to be able to put out quality effort and quality workouts for the days remaining. So it's like finding the balance between going hard when you're feeling good and then maybe taking a step down when you're not feeling so good. So the average is still good output rather than trying to go hard, but then you're going to hit a lull. And then at that point, it's like, okay, is what I'm doing really working? Am I seeing progress or am I plateauing because I'm not giving my body ample time to recover so then I can go hit the next workout feeling good and refreshed and then pushing the limits there. So it's a tough thing because at the end of the day, it comes down to your mindset and just like being okay, not having the hardest workout ever. But at the end of the day, that's going to get you further than trying to push.
And some of the fitness trackers like the Whoop just makes it so easy to know where you are at and kind of give you a good level of what to base your workout on for that day. Like you were saying, like if you wake up and you're gassed, it's going to be a active recovery day, like pickleball, maybe walk 9 holes, something like that, something light and fun, hit the bike.
Yep.
But if you're ready to go, then floor it and get better.
Yeah. It's so interesting. I feel like a lot of people focus on the ceiling when they're working out and not on raising the floor.
Yep.
And you actually get better over time by raising the floor.